This forecast is a quick snapshot of the current state of your union. It reflects where you are, where your partner stands in this moment in time, and of course, the Two of Cups is a significator for the relationship. Now, you have Nine of Cups and intimacy. So perhaps there's a very strong focus in satisfaction. Getting satisfied. Now, maybe that could be physical intimacy. It could be emotional intimacy. It could be that, you're thinking of taking some expensive getaway, romantic getaway or holiday trip. But it could also mean that you are emotionally closed off for whatever reason. There's a smugness and arrogance in some cases where perhaps there's punishment. I'm going to close off physically or emotionally as a way to get under your skin, or I'm going to keep a vital part of myself from my partner. Others of you, again, this is about satisfaction. Someone is very pleased with how things are going. So this is a time where you're very likely to get a wish, and in which case you need to be careful about what your wish is, because your wish may come at a high price or your wish may carry consequence. So you have to look at something that you're going after with so much zealousness, a person, a desire that it may carry consequence, and it may be more than you're ready to deal with or prepare to handle. So satisfaction without thinking of the consequence or the price that you have to pay could be problematic. So you're looking at issues of getting something that you want. And in some cases, perhaps this is a marriage to someone older, very well established financially. Now, your partner is family and Eight of Cups. So this person may have some disappointment, maybe disappointment with trying to start a family, disappointment with some kind of family celebration or dealing with extended family. It could be that they don't like your family, or they have issues within their own family. So there's some kind of disappointment with the past and a sense of uncertainty too. This person may not really know what they want. Do they want a family? Do they want to be part of the family? Do they know how to deal with family issues? So, or it could be, they want to do their own thing. They want to start their own traditions. They want to break with the past. They don't want to do things the way family does it. They want to come up with their own way of being or being in the relationship. So there's some kind of disappointment where someone may decide that they want to walk out on the family, or they want to move on from past issues connected to the family. But again, this person, until they solidly figure out what it is that's troubling them or bothering them, they're going to be difficult to get along with, and it's going to be difficult for them to sustain a relationship and perhaps the kind of intimacy you may be seeking, or you may be closed off because this person has walked out of a situation or moved on. Now, the romance is characterized by Aquarius, and you may have strong Aquarius, or the other person may have strong Aquarius. This could be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. If not, the romance is simply characterized by this sign. And this is the sign that rules divorce. So there could be issues that are fracturing your relationship, something dividing you. But it's a relationship that really thrives on the friendship, the camaraderie between the two of you, the conversations that you have that develop that greater physical and emotional intimacy. This is a sign that does want to do things differently, and there could be issues where someone is rebelling simply for the sake of rebelling. So this is the rebel without a cause. It may be that there's a focus on fulfilling some kind of desire or getting your wish, and the relationship it could bring out, humanitarian instincts. This is very much so a relationship that takes place in the mind. It may be very important for you to connect with your partner on a mental or intellectual level. It may be important for you or your partner to be accepting of ideas or concepts that may be a little bit out there, out of the box. It could be that you want this romance to be your own original creation, a break from the past, from family, what they think. You want to do your own thing. You want to strike your own path and walk your own truth. And so this could be a very bohemian relationship, one that doesn't, that other people may not quite understand. Maybe it seems a little quirky, or you seem perhaps mismatched, or there's some eccentricities about this relationship. And it could be a relationship where humor and maintaining that sense of humor is very important. It may be one where the focus is the group, as a family, how do we fit as a whole? So this relationship is an unusual romance in some kind of way. And you have Three of Swords and Fool. So there could be some kind of frustration here, some kind of decision that has to be made about the frustration, or there's frustration that this relationship is taking a different turn. Maybe there's a lot of foolishness going on, or there's some inexperience, or something upsetting has occurred connected to career or domestic affairs. Maybe there are decisions to be made concerning children. In some cases, maybe there's some minor surgery. In other cases, perhaps there's a decision that has to be made about a legal settlement. It could be a love triangle or third-party interference. So there are issues about intimacy, family, feeling abandoned or abandoning the family, frustration, and a breakdown in communication and negotiations that may be upsetting or unsettling. It could be that this relationship is very original. It's taking a different path. It's doing something new out of frustration. That could be a change of job, a change of residence, the decision to have children, the decision to get married, to start something new, or to go separate ways, because there could be frustration about the commitment level. Someone may not want to grow up. They're acting like a child. They don't want to take responsibility, or they don't want to commit, or they want to be free. So this is a situation where you have to use common sense and rely strongly on your intuition, because maybe one of you is trying to take a leap of faith, but you don't realize the risk involved to just jumping off of that cliff. Or, this is all about being very practical, using your common sense. And it may be a good time to try something new. If you've been stuck in a rut in your relationship, trying to get some kind of satisfaction or not getting it, maybe it's time to move in a new direction. Maybe to be lighter or freer would help your relationship. But something is upsetting. New circumstances that perhaps you're not quite prepared to deal with. And again, they may tie to children or decisions that are impactful on your relationship. Now, the underlying energy is the Chariot and romance. Perhaps there's a decision to take a trip to travel, maybe in search of some kind of adventure or for something romantic, something out of the ordinary. And there could be some miscommunication about that or some delays that you didn't anticipate, or it could be more costly than you had planned. Maybe it's about transportation. Could be a romance with a Cancer person or a situation you've romanticized. Maybe there are issues connected to transportation, walking, or, maybe you're focused on buying a vehicle or something about your romance, though, means that you need to work together. You need to understand the strengths and the weaknesses, both of yourself, the relationship, and how you work together. Because this is about teamwork. To operate this chariot, this person has to be very skillful in directing both of these horses to work in tandem. And so it means that on some occasion you take the lead where your strengths are for whatever is going on in your relationship. And at other times you need to pass the reins to your partner if they're better equipped to deal with the situation at hand. You may feel some inner conflict, or you may be at odds with your partner. It would appear that somebody wants something to be black and white, to be very clear. Or maybe you're even dealing with issues of race where, black and white or interracial connection is part of the romance. There is a goal, either a goal that one of you has or a goal for this relationship. One of you may be very focused on romance or achieving something, but there could also be a tendency for someone to be focused on their own desires, their own self-interest, and barrel over the other one without regard. There could be some insensitivity here in the process of trying to get where you're going. So that may be an issue between you. So there's a conflict regarding romance where you're seeking satisfaction, greater intimacy, or closing off to it. And it may have to do with disappointment concerning family matters, or feeling abandoned, or whether you actually want a family. You're having to make decisions that are frustrating, that may take you in a new direction. And it may be because of outside interference or frustrating or heartbreaking conditions.